Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the second fight of the evening. This is a middleweight contest featuring two fighters from the United States of America. In the blue corner, from the Golden Gate City of San Francisco, USA, it's Xavier Macay!
Macay from the United States of America, 1.81 meters tall. Had a quick chat with him before we got underway this evening. Very focused young man. Has 2 martial combat fights in his career. He's won both of them. Has good striking ability. Both of his wins coming via technical knockouts. So we know, Ray, that he's got power in those fists.
Yeah, coming out of that Fairtex gym, you know that those guys have excellent striking. He has a KO from a head kick in 15 seconds in his first fight. He followed that up, stopping his opponent under 4 minutes in his second bout. So expect fireworks.
In the red corner, from the Dodger City of Los Angeles, California, USA, it's Isamu Himura!
Isamu Himura, here he is. Wearing the army fatigues, very purposeful strides towards the ring. very. Look at that face. He means business, doesn't he? He has a 1-3 record in mixed martial arts. Done a bit of sander, some grappling. 5 centimeters shorter than his opponent tonight. He's a judo black belt.
Last time we saw Isamu, he took the fight literally on like 20 hours notice. For this bout here, he's had an opportunity to get in a full training camp. He actually relocated to Ubon, Thailand to train out of the Legacy Gym with Malik Malalai, who you saw win on the previous events, and Ole Larson. So it'll be interesting to see if his cardio is better now, having a full training camp leading up to this, than it was in his previous performance.
He certainly looks in good shape, but just have a look at that face. He is here to do some work. We see a variety of personalities and characters enter the martial combat cage, but rarely have we seen anyone look quite as purposeful as this. What do you detect there, Ray, when you look at a fighter's face? Any nerves or just total focus?
You know, it's really hard. Different fighters have different ways of getting pumped up for a fight. You see the guy that comes in and crazy, slaps his face, pounds his legs. You see the other guys that come in dancing loose. I always tell myself, it's not the angry fighter that you fear.
The second fight of the evening is brought to you in part by our official equipment provider and sponsor, Fairtex. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes each. And your referee for this fight, Mr. Stephen Percival. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. It's that time for combat! Fighting out of the blue corner, this man is a superior striker with a background in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Standing at 181 centimeters tall and weighing in at 77 kilograms, he has a professional MMA record of 2 wins and no losses, with both his wins coming by way of TKO. From the USA and representing Fairtex Gym out of San Francisco is Xavier Macay, the Doctor! Fighting out the red corner, this man is a martial combat fighter returning to us and is back as a new and improved 2.0 version of himself. He's a judo black belt and a fearless ground fighter. Standing at 176 centimeters tall, he weighs in at 79 kilograms and has a professional MMA record of 1 win and 3 losses. From the USA and representing the respected and much feared Legacy Gym, it's Isamu Himura!
Well, we talked about how focused he looked when he got in the ring, but our ring announcer, Uday Joshi, just made him smile with that 2.0 crack. Let's see if he is an improved version of his former self at martial combat. He certainly does look in good shape, and as Ray said, he's had a better opportunity to get himself in good shape. Let's see if he made the most of it.
It's one of the things about training for an MMA fight. You've got to do your wrestling, you've got to do your grappling, you've got to do your boxing. There's a lot of elements involved.
Okay, guys, I need you to listen to my instructions a little more and protect yourself a little more. You want to do it now, touch gloves? Step back, let's get this crowd wall. Go. Are you ready?
So, Himura in the army-style shorts there. Macay, I guess I'd call that brown.
Good movement by Macay there, circling away from the takedown, avoiding the clinch with the judo black belt. Good game plan.
Nice high guard from Himura, a little bit lower, Macay.
Himura's going to have to set something up if he's looking to get that takedown. Trying to rush in with your arms like that's going to get him caught, and get him caught big.
Drives him to the cage wall. Well, what can he do with it? Both fighters back on their feet and back down again. Heavy blow.
Good scramble here.
Slippery customer. Couldn't quite get the purchase he wanted, Himura. You can see that Macay is the taller man. Just crouches, though, to kind of even them up height-wise.
One of the things about a crouch out of your stand-up is it makes it a bit harder for you to get taken down by a double leg takedown, which you just saw him work himself back up after a double leg. So when you put that crouch, it gives you less room for the guy to shoot underneath.
Himura seems pretty keen to get his opponent on the mat, scrambling for his waist and his legs. Hasn't been ultimately successful yet. Looked for the big right hand there, but good head movement from Macay. Just took his head away from the punch, and if there was a connection, took all of the power out of it.
Isamu doing a good job of pumping the jab. Even though it's not landing, it's giving him something to look at. And that's what you don't want to see fighters just stand still as they're trying to stalk down somebody.
These rangy jabs well off the mark.
Good inside leg kick there by the Fairtex fighter.
Again, the scramble forward. It's always Himura that's looking for it. And a good right hand from Macay. Landed nicely. But down they go. And it's Himura who has his opponent's leg, the aggressor.
Macay trying to work himself up the minute he gets taken down. I like seeing that. Now he's working for the sweep, but he's trying to work himself up. One of the things about Isamu is he does have a good grappling prowess. He has several submissions in his repertoire. Way to work yourself back up to your feet from the Fairtex fighter. Good display of ring awareness there. Blocking those knees to the head. Now that he's standing, he has to worry about those knees to the head. And that's why you notice he's got his arms clasping together on the legs.
Oh, I see. Yes, he is exposed there, isn't he? Drives his opponent into the cage wall.
Someone needs to try to pummel those legs, those arms inside. If he doesn't, he's going to find himself taken down by the striker.
It's all a bit scrappy and untidy in there. Stephen Percival a couple of times just pecking away at them, getting them to clean it up, get a bit busier.
2.0 starting to drop his hands a bit.
On the end of a nice left jab there from Macay.
With Macay having such a good high kick, I would really be screaming in the corner for 2.0 to keep his hands up.
Well, Macay there landed a 1-2. He's got the longer reach, hasn't he? And when they're at distance, as they have been when they've been on their feet, a lot of the time they're both well out of range. He's the one that seems to be landing.
Good jab to the body there.
Again, the drive from Himura.
Isamu with another takedown here in the side control position. Not much time left in the round. That'll be interesting to see if he gets busy looking for a submission or if he just tries to grind out the position.
Himura's left hand free for a moment there. Looked to throw in a punch, but it was soon tangled up. And these guys look as if they'll see out the first round. Couple of blows just thrown after the hooter, but to no real dramatic effect.
Isamu walking to the wrong corner. I don't know if that's fatigue or just lack of ring awareness.
Maybe he wants advice from the other guys. You never know. Fresh perspective could help anyone. Difficult round to score, Ray, or did you see that one clearly?
Depends on how you judge it again. I would give the round to the fighter from Fairtex, just because of the fact that he landed the more significant strikes. Really, when he was taken down, he was able to work himself back up to his feet. And Isamu, while he did secure several takedowns, he didn't really utilize anything from the takedowns.
Macay getting a good fanning down from his cornerman here. It's not particularly hot in here. It's very hot outside, of course. Around 30 degrees centigrade outside and particularly humid. I'm glad to say we have the air conditioning on here. Here's your second round. Touch of gloves.
Macay looks a lot more confident with his stand-up in this round.
I think Uday Joshi started a trend. There's some cries of 2.0 from the crowd. That jab to the stomach that Ray mentioned in the first round, I always think it's a punch that leaves you fairly exposed because you have to crouch down to do it. But
one of the things about that jab is, as long as you're doing a level change, if you throw that jab from standing straight up, then you're exposing your chin. But if you level change, then it keeps your opponent guessing, especially when we're mixing in wrestling. You don't know if you're level changing for a shot or if you're level changing for a punch. And a lot of times fighters will drop their hands. So you'll see somebody throw a feint to the body and then an overhand right to the head.
Well, there was a right.
Good blast double there by Isamu, landing into the full guard.
Isamu Himura taking his fighter down again. It seems to be where he's most comfortable, giving the edge to Macay when they're on their feet. Listening intently to his corner there, Macay, when perhaps he should be slightly more focused on the immediate task at hand.
What Isamu needs to do is he needs to try to get outside of Macay's legs. Macay going for the armbar and Isamu passing. Macay back onto his leg, onto his feet, driving into the fence, looking for a takedown of his own. Both fighters separate out of the clinch. Good clean break.
Let's see if Macay can drive home the advantage that he seems to have when they're on their feet striking each other. He certainly was on target with that nice jab. Both